Hey guys, as you know, I love my books, so it's another book review. I love my history as well, as you know, and for Easter, my little brother bought me a new book. So this is a really heavy, really big book. I haven't read it yet because I flicked through a few pages. I only had it a few days ago, but this is Wales and the Sea, 10,000 Years of Maritime History. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting down and actually reading this. But I had a quick flick through and it's got some beautiful pictures. And it's got all of the different things. They got literally showing there a picture of the front of a plane that's crashed into the water. I believe it's a plane anyway. Yeah, it is. It's a US Air Force Lockheed P-35 Lightning fighter aircraft lie partially buried in sand on Harlech Beach. See? I know. I can tell by the front. It's a bomber. It's a fighter. It's got the same front as a bomber. And they also have the submarine plane by there as well, see? And some absolutely stunning artwork in here, showing the different things. Seafaring in medieval legend. Some, like that. Some pictures of the original ships. I will get my words right in a minute. You know, it looks, just a quick flick through. Ooh, royal light bulbs. Just a quick flick through, and then you can see so much work has gone into this. Let's see if I can find a nice. Oh, look at that! There's a beach there. What is that? That's Pembroke Beach. I thought I recognised it. And it literally tells you about all of the different colourings of it. Tells you how old the beach actually is. You've got some little maps as well. The Irish Sea, that's the Irish Sea though. They got Caldicot, and it tells you all of the ports and harbours of Southwest Wales and all of the history on those. And some pictures of the castles. I just poked myself in the ear with the book. And, you know, this looks like it's going to be really enjoyable to read. And I can't wait. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I know that. That's Llancairfawr. No, it's not St. Fagans. That is in St. Fagans. I recognise that anyway. I said Llancairfawr. That is Llancairfawr. Yeah. So that's Llancairfawr. So that was called a Tudor's Trader House. But you can actually go to St. Fagans and see these houses. They are still standing. It's St. Fagans is a national museum, and you go there. Depending on the time of the year, it's either pay or free. Depending on the time of the year, I can't say which because it's been a while since I've been there. But they have all sorts of houses from all sorts of different periods of time. Tudors, Stuarts, more modern ones. And it's a really, really interesting day out. You see all of the history. They also sometimes have actors in the houses showing what they would have been doing at that particular point in time. It's a really good place to go and visit. Anyway, back to the book. But like I said, you can actually see these. They are still there. Let's see if we can see any more. Yeah. Yep, see, so like I said, they actually have actors that show you how it used to work, like that. Pottery, merchant shipping. Look, they've got merchant ships. And yep, some original pictures of landing. What was that? That was the Pembrey Harbour, showing the top of a sunken ship. Here we go. What's this? Pembroke Dockyard. I'm having a quick flick through so I can show you guys. I already showed you that one. There we go. Ships as microcosms. I don't know what that means, but I mean, this looks, oh, this is awesome. They also show like there. Yeah, I lost the page. There was one there that showed an original. There we go. An original advert for dockyard workers. See, like this is what I'm interested in. It's like the different things, how they used to advertise for jobs and how they did the jobs, how they built everything, how everything was launched. I mean, they're even showing here how they're trying to save some of the ships so they don't get fully demolished by the sea. And they even have tombstones of some of the captains of certain vessels that sank. Not just vessels, but like sovereigns as well. Like, it's absolutely, this looks beautiful. And there we go, at the very back we have the glossary and terms used in the book. And it's quite a few pages of that. Anyway, let's have a look at the back. It says here, early medieval from 410 to 1066, a period of migration, the formation of small kingdoms, the coalition of laws, the spread of Christianity and monasticism, and of Viking raids and subsequent settlements. Medieval from the Norman Conquest 1066 to the Acts of Union for Wales 1535 to 1536 and 1542. Early modern from the end of the medieval period to the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in the later 18th century. Industrial Revolution 1780s to 1837, including the Napoleonic War period 1803 to 1815, the Victorian, the period of Queen Victoria's reign from 1837 until 1901. Edwardian, although Edward VII, who succeeded Queen Victoria, died in 1910, the Edwardian era is often taken to mean the period from 1901 to the outbreak of First World War in 1914. First World War 1914 to 1918. Interwar period 1918 to 1939, Second World War 1939 to 1945, post-war period from 1945 to present. Founded in 1908, the Royal Commission on the Ancient and Historic Monuments of Wales is the investigating body and national archive for the Welsh historic environment. Its archive, the National Monuments Records of Wales, is accessible through the online database Coffling or by visiting the public search room located at the National Library of Wales. Further information about the Royal Commission can be found on its websites www.rcahmw.gov.uk along with details of other publications. The Paleolithic. The Paleolithic is the geological name for the period of alternating glaciations and warm periods that lasted from about 2588 to 12,000 years ago. It coincides with the Paleolithic or Stone Age, the period when our ancestors developed stone tools and migrated out of Africa to colonize most parts of the world. The Mesolithic, the current geological era, which dated some 12,000 years ago to the end of the last ice age. The start of the era coincided with the Middle Stone Age, when our ancestors lived by hunting and gathering wild foods and began building houses and monuments. Neolithic. The Stone Age is a period during which our ancestors developed farming, pottery and permanent settlements in Europe. It begins in the Fertile Crescent of the Eastern Mediterranean around 10,000 BC and spreads westwards to reach Wales around 4,000 BC. Bronze Age, the period during which our ancestors learned how to extract metal from copper and tin, bearing ores, and to create bronze tools and weapons. The skill of making bronze had been acquired by people living around the Aegean and Indian Oceans by about 3000 BC. The first metal tools in Wales dated from about 2200 BC. Iron Age, the period when the more durable iron tools and weapons were developed, dated from around 800 BC in Britain. This period lasts through the early medieval period in those parts of Britain least influenced by Romano-British culture. Roman, the period during which much of Britain was administered as a Roman province, beginning with the Claudian invasion of AD 43 to the effective end of Roman rule in AD 410. The Roman influences on British culture began as early as the invasion of Britain by Julius Caesar in 55 and 54 BC as part of his Gallic Wars. So yeah, I am really looking forward to reading this, like proper reading it, not just flicking through. The pictures are beautiful. The history is obviously going to be historic. And I'm really looking forward to actually giving it a good read. But as you can hear, it's a very heavy book. It's like, that is not exactly a lightweight, you know. I mean, yes, this book is in fact £25. But it's going to be so worth it. And my brother couldn't do anything about the price being on the back. But it's going to be so worth it to read it up and learn more about the history of Wales and the sea. And it's going in with the rest of my history books. And again, like I said earlier, you can learn more about history. But you can also go to the museums. You got the books, museums, and there are live museums. You've got Llancair Fawr, you've got the National Welsh Museum in St Fagans. Go visit them. Pick up a couple of books. Just learn about the history of where you're from. It is enjoyable. You won't regret it, and it's brilliant. But can't wait to read this proper. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy your book at some point. Get into your history, do whatever you want to do to relax, which is what I'm going to do after this video, because I'm going to start reading this book. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.